Welcome back to TasteShow.com. I'm Chef Terry, and today we're gonna make roasted salmon and broccoli with a spicy caper vinaigrette. It's a really simple recipe, but it has so much flavor. It's just a punch of flavor in your mouth. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take my broccoli and toss my broccoli in some olive oil and salt and pepper. And then we're just gonna sort of toss it in our bowl. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna pour our broccoli into our baking dish. And I'm gonna kind of spread it out a little bit. We're gonna try to get the broccoli nice and crispy. So the broccoli is going in the oven first. We're gonna crisp up the broccoli, and then we're gonna add the salmon to it. I don't usually love to bake like my proteins and my vegetables together because they cook at different times, but we're gonna cook the broccoli long enough and then add the salmon to it, and it's gonna cook in the perfect amount of time. For the 10 minutes that the broccoli is roasting off, we're gonna make our little vinaigrette that tops the salmon. We're gonna do diced up jalapeno. If you don't like it too spicy, you can take the vein out of the middle. This is where all the heat is, where the seeds and the vein are. And if you like it spicy, just keep those things in. You can use whatever chili you like or that you have at home, but I do like a fresh chili in this. It kind of brightens it up a little bit. So we're gonna mince this little jalapeno up, just like that. Put it into our bowl. Now I'm gonna mince up my garlic. Take the tip off the bottom. You know, recipes always say like 1 clove of garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. It just depends on how big they are. You can kind of judge it yourself. So this vinaigrette that goes on top is just a real fresh tasting vinaigrette with a lot of punch to it. Next, we're gonna put our capers in, and capers they're a little bit salty, so we're not gonna season it with salt and pepper until after we taste it to see how salty it is. Now we're gonna put in rice wine vinegar, and rice wine vinegar has a little bit of sweetness, so that's really nice with all of this spiciness and saltiness. Okay, so that is good. Let's give this a little taste. Oh, it's delicious. It's really vinegary, and I can taste some of the saltiness, but it needs a little bit more. So I'm gonna add some salt. I'm not gonna add fresh ground pepper because this jalapeno is pretty spicy, so I think it's good without it. All right, we'll let this hang out here until our broccoli is out of the oven. And in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll salt and pepper our salmon. I'm gonna salt and pepper both sides of it. Always season both sides. And I am a big fan of the skin, so I always leave it on. But if you prefer not to have the skin on, you can always take it off. A really easy way to take the skin off of your salmon is to bake it first, and then the meat will just slide right off of it. Let's take our broccoli out. Okay, perfect. So we have this beautiful crispiness on the outside of our broccoli, just on the little heads of it. It has some good color to it. I'm gonna push the broccoli to the edges, just like that. And I'm gonna set my salmon right in the middle. I have my salmon portioned out already. I'm gonna take this over here a little bit, give them each a little bit of room, and we're gonna pop it right back into the oven at 400 degrees, same thing. And we'll give that like 10 more minutes, and it should be perfect. Look at that beauty. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna top our beautiful salmon with our spicy caper sauce. And I'm gonna just serve it in this cute little baking dish. Just a little bit more. The vinegar on there. We have this beautiful crispiness on the broccoli. That's exactly what I wanted. But also, our fish isn't overcooked. It's got this still medium rare on the inside. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna take one of these little babies out of here and try it. There we go. Some broccoli, please. All right, let's see what's going on here. We have some really great crispiness from our broccoli. With the fish, it's still really buttery and creamy, and it's not overcooked, which is one of my pet peeves with salmon. I cooked it for 8 or 9 minutes, a little bit shorter than the actual recipe time because I could tell it was done by touching it. So it's a nice medium rare. And then on top, we have our caper, garlic, and chili vinaigrette with the rice wine vinegar. And it just brightens the whole dish up and really makes it pop. I added a little bit of olive oil just to give it a really nice mouthfeel, a little creaminess. It just turned out fantastic. Thank you so much for watching TasteShow.com. Come see us again next time.